I've been thinking a lot about the power of positive thinking lately,
Oh, yeah?
especially how believing in yourself can um, really change everything.
Absolutely. But sometimes it's hard to believe in yourself when things are tough. How do you think we can strengthen that self belief?
Well, it's about building up confidence by visualizing success,
Right.
like picturing yourself achieving your goals and holding on to that image.
I see what you mean. So it's like creating a mental picture of success to guide you?
Exactly. And also, replacing negative thoughts with
Mm-hmm.
positive ones. Whenever a doubt creeps in, you counter it with a positive affirmation.
But isn't that easier said than done? Sometimes negative thoughts just, well, they just stick around.
True, but with practice, you can train your mind. It's like what Peale says about a peaceful mind generating
Oh, I've
power.
heard that.
When your mind is at peace, you tap into a deeper strength.
That makes sense. But how do we actually achieve that peaceful mind?
One method is through prayer or meditation.
Okay.
Taking time each day to empty your mind of worries and fill it with peaceful thoughts.
Prayer, you say? I'm not very religious, but I can see how meditating could help.
It's less about religion and more about connecting with something bigger than yourself. Whether you call it prayer or meditation, it's the practice that counts.
Yeah, I get that. But does that really boost energy? I mean, sometimes I feel drained no matter what.
Well, according to Peale, energy comes from mental and spiritual well-being. So by
Right.
renewing your mind, you can actually boost your physical energy.
Interesting. But what if physical fatigue is due to overwork or lack of sleep?
Those are factors, sure, but a positive mindset can help you manage them better.
I suppose.
When you're mentally uplifted, you find ways to take care of your physical needs too.
So it's all connected. The mind influencing the body?
Exactly, and that brings us to the concept of using prayer power.
I see. But I have to admit, I'm a bit skeptical about prayer solving problems.
That's understandable, but think of it as setting intentions and focusing your thoughts.
That
It's like
resonates.
directing your energy towards positive outcomes.
So even if it's not traditional prayer, it's about harnessing our inner power.
Yes, and using that to create our own happiness.
Got it.
Peale emphasizes that happiness is a choice we make every day.
I guess we do tend to dwell on negatives, which makes us unhappy.
Exactly. By consciously focusing on the good things, practicing gratitude, we shift our mindset.
Right.
It's about changing our mental habits.
But life isn't always rosy. How do we stay positive when things go wrong?
By learning to stop fuming and fretting.
Easier
But really,
said than
it's
done.
about not sweating the small stuff and keeping perspective.
I admit, I often get worked up over minor issues. Any tips on how to stop that?
Try pausing when you feel stress building up.
Okay.
Take a deep breath and remind yourself that this moment will pass.
So it's about mindfulness and not letting emotions take over?
Precisely. And also recognizing that most things aren't worth the stress we give them.
True.
It's freeing when you think about it that way.
You know, this all sounds great, but sometimes I feel like positive thinking ignores real problems.
That's a valid concern. But positive thinking isn't about ignoring reality.
Right.
It's about approaching problems with a constructive mindset.
So instead of saying, this is terrible, we say, this is a challenge I can overcome?
Exactly. It shifts you from a victim mentality to an empowered one.
I like that. I can see how that would make a difference. Maybe I should give it a try.
Definitely. Start small.
Like how?
Maybe begin each day with a positive affirmation.
Such as?
Something like, today, I will focus on the good and handle challenges with
That's
grace.
nice.
It sets a positive tone for the day.
I think I can do that. And perhaps incorporate some quiet time as well.
Absolutely. Even just a few minutes can make a big difference. It's about
Yeah.
consistency.
You've given me a lot to think about. Thanks for sharing all this.
My pleasure. Let's
Really
both
appreciate
commit
it.
to a more positive and peaceful approach.
Sounds good to me. Here's to a happier, more energized life.